So good morning, everyone. I'm Jacqueline Morosco, and I'm going to invite you to take a comfortable seat, and then you might close your eyes or look towards the ground and just start to focus on your breath. And taking a few moments to, and sometimes I'd like to ask this question, like, good morning, body, beautiful body, how are you doing today? And just see with your eyes closed how your body responds. And you can change that adjective to whatever you want. But I like to use a word that is inviting. And then as you notice how your body's feeling, thinking about how you want to feel when we're done with practice today. And then bringing your hands to your heart center, if you choose, and setting your intention. And bowing the head to the heart, heart to the earth. And I thought we might begin this morning with an invocation. And so just allowing yourself, place your hands wherever you want to, eyes opened or closed. Shri Krishna Vagisha Yatishvarabhyam Samprapta Chakran Kanapashya Saram Shri Nut Narangendra Yatau Samarpitasvam Shri Krishna Mayam Guru Vayamide Virode Kartike Mase Shatatara Kartodayam Yogacharyam Krishna Mayam Guru Vayamaham Bhaje Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. And that's an invocation to my lineage, and I've wanted to start doing that at the beginning of practice to kind of acknowledge and connect with that. So from here, what I want you to do is, since we're going to focus on feet and legs, I want you to grab one of your feet and take a moment to just stretch out your toes using your hands. And in yoga, I talk about this often, but we use our hands and our feet differently, and so we want to cover more surface area if possible and use our feet and hands effectively. Now, after you're done stretching out your toes, I just want you to massage the bottoms of your feet. I like to use my thumbs and the fingers on the top, but whatever feels good to you, and go through your whole foot and just kind of notice how it's feeling. And then sometimes I like to press in and pull out at a diagonal, so then you feel like a little stretchy, burny feeling under your skin, so that you're getting into the fascia, the connective tissue. And then we're going to lace the fingers in through the bottom of the foot up, and you might not have enough space to do all the fingers, just leave one out or so. And then just start to move the top part of the foot side to side and front to back. And I always have to say here, the feet are supposed to be the most flexible part of the body because we have the highest number of bones in there, right? And then we're going to stretch out the fingers, slide the hand out, and then pull the top of your foot towards your body. And you're going to try to keep your foot in alignment with your leg, so meaning that you don't want to sickle it, pull it up at an angle. And then we're going to press those toes away, roll through the ankle a little bit, a couple times in each direction. And then we're going to do the other foot. So we're just doing feet right now. And so whenever you're onto your second foot, again, taking a moment to stretch out your toes, making some space, massaging the top and the bottom of the foot, however you want to do that, using whatever pressure feels good. And I know for some of us, just getting the foot up here on our leg, it can be the challenging part. but working in a way that works for you. And then eventually lacing the fingers in through the back of the foot. Work your fingers in however it feels good. Moving the top part of the foot front to back and side to side. And then stretching out those fingers, sliding your hand out and pulling the toes towards your body, keeping your foot in line with your lower leg. Pressing those toes away, rolling through the ankle. And then we're gonna bend both of our feet, and this next part you can use your hands or the tennis balls. I think I'm gonna use tennis balls today. What I want you to do is to go around your ankles, inside and out, right? The inside of the ankle and the outside of the ankle. And then using your hands or the tennis balls, and sometimes go chase that tennis ball. Sometimes, you know, like if I have short pants on, then I like to use the tennis balls. When I have long pants on, sometimes I like to use my hands. But I want you to go up each of your lower legs with the tennis balls or your hands. And remember, like the back, the sides, and the front. And I'm just going to kind of go through this, and you, like if you decide you want to stay someplace longer, you can go ahead and do that. But when you feel complete with the lower leg, we're going to go around the knees in a circle. And then the back of the thighs, we're going to kind of cup your hands and go from the back of the knee up to the top of your hip, right? Thinking about like you're trying to loosen things up. I just had a thought, it might be that you might not want to feel like you're loosening things. Maybe you want them tighter, but we're loosening up the muscles. All right, and then the top of your thighs, your quads, you can either use the heels of your hands, your knuckles, or the tennis balls, and you're going to pull up from the knee to the hip. And I promise we're going to move today in other ways. But I want us to get ready since the focus is the lower part of the body. All right, and you want to make sure you give the same amount of attention to both legs. Some people like to do the little punchy thing on their thighs. We just kind of notice what feels good and inviting. Then we're going to take those tennis balls, and so your butt stays on the ground, bend your knees, you're going to push those tennis balls in to a place that's comfortable, and then stretch out your legs a little bit. And we're going to pedal through the feet, right? And so that your hips are kind of going front to back. And then some of you may want to move side to side too with your knees. And it gives us lots of information of what's happening with those connectors into your pelvis, connectors from the legs. And you'll see I'm kind of moving side to side to get all the different parts. Now from there, we're going to take those tennis balls, and actually we'll just work one at a time, and you're going to lift up your butt and put that tennis ball right in the center of your glute. And then come down over onto your side, and using your legs and your arm, you control how much pressure goes into that tennis ball in your hip. And you're going to breathe. Yeah, keep breathing. And you might find staying in one spot feels good, or you might want to move around. And I realize every time I start to do this, I'm like, we could do this for the whole class and have lots of benefit. We're going to move to the second side though. And again, same sort of thing. You might notice a big difference side to side or not. And you're going to just keep breathing, move if you want to. Now, whenever you start to feel done on this side, we're going to take those tennis balls and bring them to the back of the body. So again, your butt is on the ground. and you're going to lean forward, put those tennis balls there, gently come back into the tennis balls, and then move your knees side to side. And you might feel like when we do that, our hips naturally kind of go front to back. And you can move the tennis balls out a little bit, or in a little bit, or away from your body. Or you're just exploring and feeling what feels good. Some of you might come down onto your elbows. That doesn't work for me. And then we're going to come to a place where we stop and set those tennis balls off to the side. And I want you to just stretch your right leg out. And we're going to lift up your left leg and bend the knee and hold on to the foot or the ankle and the knee and gently move side to side. And then we're going to point that foot forward, and I want you to go front to back. And you're just kind of noticing how moving your leg in the different directions feels. And we'll stretch that left leg out, and then do the same thing with the right side. So foot flexed, knee bent, and just moving side to side. And then pointing that foot forward, and again, moving front to back, getting lots of information. And we're gonna stretch that leg out as well when you're done. And then I want you to point and flex your feet. Right, and just kind of notice what's happening in your legs. We're going to keep the feet flexed. Take the hands onto your thighs. Inhale up, exhale, slide down. And just do that a few times. Moving with your breath. Maybe one more time. And so when you come up this time, let's bend those knees, and we're going to come up to standing. Actually, yeah. I was thinking of something else, but we'll do it from standing. So once you're standing up, let's just find a tennis ball and roll through each foot. And keep breathing. And the whole foot, you know, so the heel, the arches, the padded part around the toes. Switching to the second foot. And then we're going to take both of those tennis balls and put them about hip width apart. And we're going to take the padded part of our feet and place them on the tennis balls. So your heels are on the ground. And then I want you to try to smush the tennis balls a little bit with the front of your foot. Right? So your toes are off the balls, and you're stretching out your toes so you might see space between them. Then you're squishing the tennis balls with the front of your feet. And we're going to inhale up, exhale, bend those knees. You'll probably feel the stretch in your soleus and your calves and your Achilles. And inhale up, exhale, bend. And see if your knees bend over your feet, or if they want to go in or out. Inhale up, exhale, bend. Now next time you inhale up, we're going to roll the tennis balls under the heels. And so again, your feet are about hip width apart. You have a little yellow protruding behind your heels. And notice you want to be weighted evenly, front of the foot to the back of the foot, right? So it's kind of like having squishy high heels on. We're going to inhale those arms up and exhale into a little chair. And just moving at your own pace. Inhale is up, exhale is down, and you can deepen as you come down. And if your tennis balls are under your arches instead of your heels, it's going to feel like you're falling forward. So if you have that feeling, move those tennis balls back a little bit. And one more time, and we're going to hold down here this time. Take those hands onto your thighs, and I want you to press with the heel of your hands, like you're trying to stretch your thighs away from your body. And then I want you to focus on your breath while we're here. So I want you in a comfortable place, your core is engaged, nice big in-breath, and you're noticing how your diaphragm expands and contracts as you breathe. Now after the next exhale, just inhale, stand up, and we're going to exhale into a half forward bend. So inhaling up, exhaling halfway down. And then you're going to come all the way down on one of these exhales, hands onto the floor or the blocks. And then from here, I want you to inhale, straight legs, exhale, bend your knees. Keep your arms straight on the ground or on the blocks. Just bending through your legs, reaching your butt towards the floor. And then next time those legs are straight, let's bring the hands onto the legs. Inhale all the way up. We're going to move those tennis balls off to the side. And all of a sudden, I feel a little heat. I don't know if I'm alone in that. All right, so make your way towards the front of your mat. If you like to use blocks while you're in a lunge, go ahead and have them towards the front. And then just taking a couple of moments to connect with your breath. And we're going to inhale, take those arms up overhead, exhale into your forward bend, however you want to do that. And then bringing your hands onto the floor or the blocks, we're going to step back with your right foot into a nice deep lunge. And then just check out your alignment, feet hip width apart. And what I want you to do is come up onto those back toes and then reach the heel towards the ground. Up onto your toes, reaching your heel towards the ground. Noticing how that feels. And then next time your foot's in its regular position, engage your legs, pulling towards the center. Come on up, hands onto your thigh. And then possibly reaching those arms up towards the sky. Keep breathing. Now when we exhale, we're going to take those hands to the ground and step back into a plank. And a modification would be to have your knees on the ground. But just breathe for a moment. And then we're going to inhale here, exhale, slide back into your down dog. And then inhale forward either into up dog or plank. And exhale back into down dog. Just moving with your breath. Now if you have your knees down, you inhale tabletop. Exhale back to a child's pose, or you can come forward into a cobra. You're just moving in a way that feels good in your body. And next time you're in your down dog, we're going to step forward with the right foot into our lunge and take a moment to, again, check out your alignment, feet hip width apart, and then again coming up onto the toes and reaching the heel towards the ground with your breath. So next time your heel comes into its regular position, we're going to pivot that foot and take it to the ground. And we're going to keep that left hand on the ground, right hand onto your thigh, and then gently twisting towards that inner thigh, reaching your arm up towards the ceiling if that's appropriate, otherwise it's on your hip. Then we're going to bend that elbow with your palm up. No, what am I thinking? We're going to take that hand down to the ground, into the inside of your foot. And now we're going to take that other arm up. This is what I wanted to do. Now we're going to bend that left elbow and take your palm up on your back. And then possibly you're going to take that right hand around to the pinky toe side of your foot. So you come on the inside of your ankle, wrap it around. So same side hand of the foot that's in front, come to the inside of the ankle and come around the back of the lower leg. And then you might bend that elbow and connect your hands behind you, and then open up your chest a little bit. Bound warrior. Keep breathing. Release those hands, revolve back to the ground, come up onto your toes, step that back foot forward. Inhale, come on all the way up. Exhale, those hands to the heart center. How are those low backs doing with that? Okay? All right, so let's inhale those arms up, exhale into your forward bend. We're going to step back this time with your right foot. Yeah. Thank you. And then pivot that heel to the ground. You're going to take your, I have to remember what I did last time. Keep your right hand on the ground, left hand onto your thigh. Gentle twist towards that inner thigh. Maybe stretching that left arm up. And we're going to bring that left hand down to the inside of the foot and reach your right arm up towards the sky. Because somebody said twist today, right? Now we're going to bend possibly that right elbow, put your palm up on your back, and then wrap that left hand around your ankle, and then possibly reach those hands together. And they may or may not connect, and that's okay. Opening up your chest. Keep breathing. Gently release those hands, revolve back towards the ground, pivot up onto your toes, and step that back foot forward, hands onto your legs. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, in towards your legs. And then inhale all the way up. All right, now once you're up, I want you to bring your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Nice little gentle bend in your knees, and then we're going to gently swing side to side. And you're just kind of checking in, you know, how's everything doing with those twists, with stretching the legs like that. Nice. And so from here, we're going to find our strap, and some of you might like to come to a wall or a chair if you're at home. Some of you may do this in the center of the room. We're going to take that strap on the padded part of your right foot, and then we're going to walk that leg forward. And if you're at a wall, you can just take your hand onto the wall or wherever it's comfortable. And I want you to notice your foot on the ground, right? Connect with that foot on the ground. And this other arm, your left arm, is wherever it helps support you. You're going to open that leg out to the side. Woo! Come back to the center. And then gently bring that foot down to the ground. And you're going to keep breathing. We're going to do the second side. We'll come back to the first side again, but we're going to do the second side now. So strap on the padded part of your left foot. Walk it up, walk your arm down the strap so your elbow's straight. Use that right arm for balance. And again, carefully opening that leg out to the side. Keep breathing. Make your way back to the center. And that foot comes down. Now, another option, if you don't have a strap or if it doesn't feel comfortable, is to use the bent leg, right? I probably should have said that before. But if you want to try it that way. So we're going back to the first side. Strap on the padded part of the foot. Walk that leg up. Woo, find your balance. Use that left arm for balance. Open the leg out to the side. We're going to add on this time. You're going to come back through the center, switch hands. And then, woo, bring your leg across the body. Woo, somebody's balance is off today. We're going to come back to the center and bring that foot down. So this is like do as I say, not as I do. Okay, strap on the left foot. Walking that leg up, walk your arm down the strap, right arm for balance. Bringing your leg out to the side, keep breathing. Back to the center, switch hands. Come across the body. Woo-hoo. Back to the center, and that foot comes down. We're gonna set down the strap for a moment. And then here, what I want you to do, so you're gonna have your feet about hip width apart. I want you to turn your toes out, so we don't do that often. But what we're gonna do, inhale those arms up, exhale down into a wide-legged. Yeah, it's like a plie. So you can have, hopefully nobody has traumatic memories about ballet when they were little. Now, next time you come down, we're gonna hold that position and lift your heels up off the ground. Nice. Bring those heels down, inhale up, point those feet back forward again. Walk the feet out a little bit more. Hands on your thighs, inhale, body up. Exhale, slide down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale down one more time. Nice. Now next time you come up, what I want you to do is find your balance on your right leg. We're going to lift that left leg off the ground. And I just want you to move it front to back. Right? And again, holding onto the bar or the wall or a chair is great. We're going to take that leg down, second side, front to back. And you're just kind of noticing how it feels as you're moving that leg. Again, we're going to bring that foot down to the ground, weight into your right foot. We're going to take that left foot, and you're going to bring it out to the side and cross over. Keep breathing. Bring that foot down, second side. Again, find your balance, and then start to bring the leg across the body. So you kind of get that we're moving the legs in all these different directions to notice how the body responds. All right, beautiful. We're going to take that foot down and bring those hands to the heart center. Take a moment to just connect with your breath. Notice how you're feeling. And then from here, what I want you to do, and we're going to start with our hands at our heart center, but feel free to move your arms in other ways if you feel drawn. So weight's in the right foot. We're going to lift up that left leg. And I want you to try to keep your leg and your body in a line. Right? So you're going to inhale up, and then exhale. Lift your leg and let your leg guide your body forward. Find your balance. Come back down to the ground. Switch sides. Weight into your left foot, lift up that leg, find your balance, breathe. Nice big inhale, and then as you exhale, the leg guides the body. Breathe and focus. And whenever you feel complete, we're going to take that foot down to the ground. Now this next time, we're going to release the hands from your body, and some of you might like to use a block here. We're going to inhale, body up. Exhale, come on down towards the block or the floor. We're going to lift up that left leg and take it up towards the sky and bring your body towards your standing leg. It's like a standing split. Reaching towards the ceiling. We're going to carefully bring that foot down, bring it to the center, and then again, start to bring up your right leg and walk your body towards your standing leg. Very nice. And then carefully we're going to bring that foot down, bring those hands onto your legs. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale in towards your legs. One more time. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale in towards your legs. From here, let's bend those knees. We're going to come down to the ground. And we're going to take our legs off of the mat so that your heels can slide a little bit. And then we're going to bring our hands behind us, and you decide, do you want your fingers pointing towards your back, out to the sides, or away from you? So you're gonna find some level of comfort so that you'll be able to bring your body back. So you're just gonna kind of explore for a moment what works for your arms and your upper body. And then our inhale's gonna be here. Exhale, you're gonna slide your legs in towards your body and your body's gonna go back. Inhale up, exhale, slide down. Right, so you're just kind of feeling how that feels in your body. One of these times when we come back, we're gonna lift the legs off the ground. Right, if this hurts your back or your body, you can do this laying down, okay? You're gonna stretch out one leg, bring one leg in, and then switch sides. And you're breathing as you're moving, and imagine that you're pressing away with that foot, so we're using our own body weight for force and resistance. And you're still breathing. All right, next time you finish your second leg, you're gonna gently make your way down onto your back, bring those knees in towards your chest, and gently move side to side or in a circular motion. Just keep breathing and noticing how you feel. Now from here, we're going to straighten out those legs. And one more time, point and flex those feet. And then we're going to open up the feet like you're turning your toes out. And again, point and flex those feet. Now a little more unorthodox, we're going to turn the toes towards the center, like you're turning in towards the center with your toes. And again, point and flex. Bringing your feet back to neutral. Now we're going to keep those legs perpendicular. Inhale's going to be here on the floor with your hands on your legs. Exhale, you're going to slide up towards your feet. Inhale on the ground. Exhale, slide up. Next time you're on the ground, this time your body's going to stay on the floor. We're going to inhale, legs away. Exhale, legs towards your body. So you come up to perpendicular on the inhale. Exhale, bring those legs towards your body. And of course, if it feels better to bend your knees a little bit, you're doing what works for your body. Now next time your legs are perpendicular again, let's bend those knees and carefully bring your feet down to the floor. And then here, I want you to find a block. If you have one, you could also use a folded blanket. We're going to lift up the hips and place the block under your pelvis. And just for a moment, I want you to explore. So your pelvis is supported by the block. You're not at all on your spine. We're going to gently bring the head towards the floor and the shoulders and start to open up your chest a little bit. Right, so your arms are relaxed, your shoulders are relaxed onto the floor, your head is relaxed, and you're opening up your chest. And then we're going to carefully bring one leg at a time up towards the ceiling. And then what I want you to do is open your legs out into a wide angle and bring them back together. Moving, you're still breathing, you're moving in a way that feels comfortable in your body, noticing the inner thighs, the abductors and the adductors as they do the work. Next time your legs come together, now you're going to bring one leg towards your body and one leg away. Bring them back together in the center, and then the other leg towards your body. So you're kind of doing splits while we're laying on our backs. And the next time you finish that second side, we're just going to pause for a moment. Notice if you've dropped your chest or if you kept it open while we were here and you're just breathing, hands on the floor, on your body. And then in your own time, when you're ready, bending those knees, taking one foot down to the floor at a time, lifting your pelvis up. We're going to take that block out and bring your body down. here, having your feet about hip width apart, fairly close to your glutes, your butt. And we're gonna have our hands down on the ground. We're gonna inhale, lift up the hips and the chest, exhale, come down to the ground. So you're just moving at your own pace. Inhale, hips come up, chest follows, feet stay on the floor, exhale down to the ground. Now if you want to start adding in the arms, you can inhale, arms up overhead as you lift your hips and your chest, exhale back to the ground. One more time. And then when we're back down on the ground, we're gonna walk our ankles and knees together. And we're gonna open the knees out to the ground, bring the bottoms of the feet towards one another. And again, seeing if you can be relaxed through your torso, your shoulders, your head, your hips. And we're gonna slowly, slowly bring those knees towards one another. Like moving a centimeter of breath. And you're just noticing how it feels to slowly, not that we're ever gonna bring the knees together. You're just slowly bringing them towards one another. On your next breath, we're gonna open the knees back out. And again, slowly, slowly try to bring your knees towards one another. And the last time, let's open those knees up. And again, ever so slowly. And I find sometimes the slower movements can be a little bit more challenging. So this time, let's bring those feet down to the floor. Bring your knees towards one another. And we're going to lift up your right leg and cross that ankle over your thigh. And then from here, we're going to lift up your right leg. Right? So now you have the ankle pressing into your thigh, thigh pressing into the ankle. You're not using those hands. And then I want you to explore bending and straightening that right leg. And just kind of notice how just moving that leg makes any sort of changes in your body. Now, when you get your leg to some place that's, kind of straight, we're going to bring the hands onto that leg. And inhale here, exhale, just like we did before, bringing your body towards that leg. And some of you might hold on to that leg, bring it towards your body. You might have the knee bent and wrap your hands around the thigh. But you're finding some way that it feels comfortable for you. Long, smooth breaths. Eventually, we're going to gently bend that knee, bring it back down to the ground. Uncross the legs. Bring your ankles and your knees together. Inhale those arms up and open your knees out to the side, bottoms of the feet together. Exhale, knees together, arms come down. Inhale as you open. Exhale as you close. The next time when you exhale and bring your arms down, we're going to cross the right ankle over the left thigh. And again, at first I like to kind of connect with the muscles and how it feels. When it feels appropriate, lifting up your left leg, pressing the thigh into the ankle, ankle into the thigh. And then explore bending and straightening your left leg. You're just kind of noticing, any shifts in your hip and your butt and your back as you move through the leg. And then eventually, maybe keeping that leg straight or bent, reaching towards it, inhaling down on the ground, exhaling as you come up. And then eventually holding on to the leg or the thigh, breathing. exploring. When you feel complete with that, bending that knee, carefully bringing that foot to the floor, and then uncrossing. Both feet are on the floor now. And then bringing your feet about hip width apart, I just want you to keep your pelvis on the floor and gently rock front to back with that pelvis. So front to back first, feeling the back of your pelvis moving on the floor, moving with your breath. And then let's walk the feet out so that we're going to stop rocking through the pelvis. Walk your feet so they're as wide as your mat, maybe a little bit wider depending on your height. And I want you to bring that right knee in towards the floor. So you're going to keep your left knee pointing up towards the sky. And then I just want you to move with the right leg. Inhale, as your knee's pointing towards the sky. Exhale, bring that knee towards the center. Just that one leg. And next time your knee is pointing towards the sky, we're going to move to the second side. So again, inhale up, exhale, bring that left knee towards the center. Moving with your breath. One more time. And then we're going to walk those feet back together and bring your knees up towards the body, and the arms are going to be down on the ground. So the inhale here, we're going to point the legs up towards the sky, arms overhead. Exhale, knees in towards your chest, arms down on the ground. Inhale, legs up, arms overhead. Exhale, knees to the chest, arms come down. Nice. Now next time your knees are in towards your body, again, we're going to carefully bring those feet down to the floor. And I want you to find your strap. We're going to take the strap on the padded part of your right foot. And we're going to walk that right leg towards your body. And I want you to find a place that's comfortable. So there might be a little bit of sensation, but I definitely don't want it to hurt at all, right? Because then we're going to come up onto your left heel, and we're going to slowly start to straighten that right leg. Or left leg, sorry. Now I want you to bring your right leg to a comfortable place with your strap. We're going to stretch the right arm down on the ground, and we're going to cross over your body. Find a comfortable place for your head, meaning you can look towards your hand or the leg over your body. On one of these inhales, let's lift that leg up. We're going to take the strap off, bend your right knee and put that foot on the floor. And then bending your left knee, we're going to take the strap onto the padded part of the foot, straighten out your leg, and start to bring that leg towards your body. And again, you're looking for a comfortable place for your leg, and then we're going to come on to the right heel and start to stretch that right leg out onto the ground. Again, coming to a comfortable place with your left leg, we're going to hold the straps with the right hand, stretch your left arm out on the ground, and start to bring that leg across your body. And once again, finding a comfortable place for your head. So can you find a place of ease and comfort in this position with your body? And then on one of those inhales, we're going to bring that leg back up. We're going to take the strap off. Bending your left knee, we're going to reach for the left ankle and left knee as you bring that leg across your body. So it's like doing pigeon prep on your back. So your lower leg is angled across your body, the foot is flexed. When you're ready, we're going to gently release that leg down onto the ground and bend your right knee, flex that right foot, reach for your ankle and your knee, and cross over your body. Again, carefully releasing that leg. And let's bring in the left knee one more time. Hold those knees towards your body. Take them in a circular motion. Move side to side, noticing how you feel through your legs and your hips. Eventually bringing those feet down to the floor and stretching your arms out. We're going to take the knees down in one direction and turn your head in the opposite direction. Inhale to the center and then exhale, switch sides. Moving at your own pace, and after moving a couple of times, some of you may want to hold the position, but keep moving your breath. Just kind of exploring what feels good. Next time you finish that second side and you're in the center, I want you to take a moment to notice how your body's feeling and, asking yourself, is there anything else that would help you to feel really good right now? And as I'm checking in, I can feel that, my head, shoulders, and my hands want some attention. And so, so you're going to do what you're drawn to do. And just taking a couple of minutes, like what would feel really good right now? And if you feel complete, you're going to start to set yourself up for Shavasana. So does your body need anything else? If so, what is it? And go ahead and do that. If not, you're going to start getting yourself set up for Shavasana. So as you start to settle in, just make sure that you're comfortable and you're warm. Letting yourself be supported for the next few moments and seeing if you can release any tension in your body or your mind as you're settling in. Letting go of any tension in your jaw. Or your face. Kavim Kavinamupamashvavastavam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashrinvanutibisida Sadanam Om Shri Maha Ganapataye Namaha. So, in your own time, as you're ready, starting to bring your awareness to your breath and your body and noticing how you're feeling. Thinking about if you're ready to move, how you'd like to move. Maybe starting to make your way up into a comfortable seated position. Maybe not. Maybe you want to stay on the ground a little bit longer. For our breathing practice today, I thought we'd do something a little bit different. So in this breath, it's called shikari, and you're going to take your tongue behind the top of your teeth and breathe in through your mouth. And then breathe out through your nose. So the mouth is open and it's cool and moist when you breathe in through your mouth. It makes a little noise, kind of like slurping, and then out through your nose. And do one more breath. And just notice, so that's meant to be a cooling, calming breath. And so just noticing how you're feeling. And for a moment, I want you to just close your eyes or look towards the ground. And just start to breathe regularly and notice how it feels in your body as you do so. And I want you to think of one thing that you're going to do for yourself today. So you might say showing up here was it, but I want you to think of something else that you're going to do for yourself today. Whether it's take a walk, eat a nice meal, talk with a friend, one thing you're going to do. One thing that you're committed to do, that you're going to do. And then when you're ready, we'll inhale those arms up towards the sky and exhale the sound hu to the heart. Inhaling those arms out to the side, exhaling ah to the heart. Ah. And inhaling, scooping all around you, the sound om to your heart. Om. And I thank you for joining me, and I thank all of my teachers, past and present, and acknowledge the lands I live and work upon. Have a beautiful day. The sun is shining here today. We which feels like a miracle on some level. Namaste.
Namaste.